Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. Boy, do I have a video for you guys today. 3 more picks for the upcoming week. Last week's picks, 2 did fantastic, and they're still doing really good. One of those picks, unfortunately, after the first day, we got a good move. You could have taken profits there, but because of China and the crackdown on Chinese companies, NEO had some trouble. But that was impossible to foresee. The other picks worked really well, but the 3 picks I have for this week, I love them. Now, before I share them, this is where I have to say, I am not a financial advisor. If you choose to take these picks, you are doing so at your own risk. Also, do your own due diligence. Just because I'm about to show you some beautiful looking setups, don't blame me if they don't go the way that I think they're going to go. Do your due diligence. If you like what you see, then do what you want with these picks. But at the end of the day, it's your money, and I will never tell you what to do with your own money. I'm just showing you some really nice looking technical analysis. So we're going to start here in a second. Now, before I do, hit the thumbs up. This is all free content. And my whole purpose of these videos is to show you the power of technical analysis with day trading. And this is swing trading. These are 3 swing trade ideas, and it's free. So all I ask is to hit the thumbs up. That can be your repayment to the channel. As hitting the thumbs up, you guys all know, gets it to more and more people. So here we go. I'm going to share the screen. We're going to start with looking back at last week's 3 picks, and we're going to look at last week's market context, the SPY, the Qs, and then at the end of the video, in detail, I will break down my 3 beautiful looking swing trade picks. So here we go. Sharing the screen. And with this, we're going to start. And let's just take a look first at last week's trading. Okay, so it was only 4 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday was the holiday. So what I noticed this week is we have a bit of a trend line here that price seems to be bouncing up against. I'm going to be extending this trend line out, and I could actually do that right now by right-clicking on it, edit properties, and then write extension on. So that means when you look at a chart, this will always be extending out. You guys may have just learned something, but that is a good way to have trend lines continue on down the road. So we're going to have this, and we're going to see if we could break that. Now, the market dipped here on Wednesday. Everybody knows that, on heavy volume. But what does the stock market do when it dips? The buying comes in. And when the buying comes in, we go right back to where we were. And not only do we go back to where we were in one day, we break through that. We are in the biggest bull market that I have ever seen. This is the strongest market I have ever seen. The dips are getting bought up. Everywhere around the market, you see these V shapes. So we can drop, and then it goes right back. Just V's everywhere. V, 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 V. It's just amazing. So anyway, this is the market we're in. So until the market starts to look a little bearish, I am not going to stop going long, okay, until the market tells me not to. Now, we are overbought. So if you are going to go long with these positions, manage your risk, because you never know when you can wake up the next day and there could be these huge drops. And you don't really want to get caught in that. So do be careful, manage your risk, and that's basically the SPY. Now, I'm just going to move this. The Qs. This is the Qs. We have not broken. Now, we did get back to where we were, basically to the penny right here, 36147. It is not, we did not break all-time highs on the Qs. So is it just a matter of time? Probably in the market we're in, but maybe not. With the Treasury yield coming back up, then the tech stocks come back down. You know, who knows? The Treasury market has been absolutely insane. Okay, so market context from last week, levels for this week, we went over. I'm trying to stay, you know, on a good trajectory here with the video, because I don't want to go back and forth, back and forth. So now we're going to look at last week's 3 swing trading ideas. Peloton was a beauty. So before I do that, let's pull up. I only use the daily chart when I do swing trading. So pulling this up, and then I'm going to put my daily set on, and then we're going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. This is the daily chart for Peloton. This is the chart that we were looking at last week. Each one of these candles is 1 trading day. So the video came out right here on this day. We hit our buy target almost to the penny. It was perfect. And then we had a 10-point rip right through the breakout. We got the breakout. Perfect take profit. This was a nice move. It did not hold up, but we had the move right here. It only took 2 days to get this swing trade and the move. So that was beautiful. Now, Chewie, also a beautiful trade. Now, we broke out of it the first day, breaking out of this flat top to about 85.40, where the buy was right around here at the 200-day. We got about a 5-point move that you could have taken profits into here. Now the market gapped down that next day, but Chewie's stock instantly got bought up right above our trend line, because when the stock market dips down, and you guys have to realize that these stocks are going to react with the overall market. All right. That's why you want the overall market always at your back. So the wind at your back. Just picture if you were running. You don't want to run against the wind. You don't want to swim against the tide. You want everything pushing behind you. And the market dipped down, but it went right back. And now Chewie is just rip roaring. Another beautiful pick. It was up over $4 on Friday. Now, Neo, this is the one here. We had the day was right here, and, you know, it didn't quite go as planned. Now, once you saw on Tuesday that the Chinese government was basically going to be coming after all of these stocks that are on the US stock exchange. That's where you have to be actively trading your position. Now, it did bounce nicely off of the 200-day. So this stock, there's a potential that buyers stepped in with the China news and bought on a huge discount here. It was just at $55 and it dipped all the way to 42 because of the China news. It got bought up and, provided a 5-point swing, which is a lot. That's a lot on a $40 stock. So we'll see. NIO is still going to be on my radar. It's always on my radar. But with China cracking down on all the US listed stocks, it carries a very, very large form of risk. Trading any Chinese stocks right now are just risky, just like DDD. Now, DDD was an IPO that IPO'd on our market, went up to 18 and then tanked to $11. It actually found support here at 11. Now, what I'll draw is I'll draw at $11 this base, because this is what it looks like to me. And I always make my bases green, not red, because I feel like that's green for buying, and then red would be up here. Now, this could be, I wouldn't do it just because there's still so much risk involved with this, because it's a Chinese company. Now, this is the Uber of China, but it got removed. China gets involved with a lot of its companies, and it got removed from one of its big app stores over there. So, just it carries a bigger form of risk. So anyway, that's last week's picks. Now, going into my 3 picks for this week, my 3 swing trade ideas that you can take as you wish, but the charts look so juicy. So here we go. Our first one, ASO. This stock has been just an absolute monster, a monster. This is an IPO from last October, and it is just such a good business. Now, I've bought this stock here and there. They make a lot of money. It's a great retail store. They have many, many retail stores, and they sell everything from the outdoors, athletics. It's just a really, really good company. Solid company, solid earnings growth. Really, really good IPO. Now, would you have loved it back at 15? Yeah, I told people to buy this way, way back here at 15, 20. I called breakouts here. We had a flat top breakout right here at 27 or the 26 area, and we just gapped up over that. And now we're trading in a channel. All 3 of these picks are going to have one thing in common. They are all trading in a very well-defined channel. So we're going to zoom in on this channel with technical analysis. This isn't something that I just invented. Technical analysis is so key in trading and swing trading. It's just very, very. Now, this blue line here, this is the 20 EMA that I use on my daily chart. This is a very good indicator to use on a daily chart. As you can see, it was support here, it was support here, and then it broke under this right here. It broke under, and it basically closed right on the 20 EMA. So I'm going to want to see the 20 EMA broken on Monday or Tuesday. At some point, we're going to want the 20 EMA broken, and then the move is going to be validated and it's going to look really good. We had the bounce off of the trend line. We had continuation, which is so important after a bounce on Friday. Now, ASO, this is the chart, and now I'm going to show you the specifics. So hang on a second. All right, you guys should be able to see this now on the screen. This is ASO at $40.02. Buy would be now, so preferably on Monday. The take profit would be the top end of the channel, which is around $43. You're getting a breakout of the 42.75 into that breakout on high volume. That's where I would be taking profit. My stop loss would be the break of the trend line to the downside. So getting back into the charts, the stop would be just under this trend line. On all three picks, the stop is going to be under the trend line. So that's ASO. That was the specifics: buy, take profit, stop loss. Now my next one is going to be DDD, okay? DDD is also trading, I guess this is more or less, this isn't really a channel, but it's more or less making higher highs and higher lows and a very specific trend line. I love taking trades off of a trend line because the risk at this point at the bottom is just so minimal, because you cut the trade if it breaks the trend line. It's as simple as that. We are at the 20 EMA. I want to see this 20 EMA break, and then I'll get into where I would be taking profits. But look at this chart. This is just setting up so nicely. If we can break the 20 EMA, I have no doubt that we will at some point be testing this area for a break and then to previous highs. So I'm gonna share with you guys here. And by the way, bear with me on how I'm going through these. I just started last week doing this. So this is going to be where we're gonna buy, our take profit, and our stop loss. So it's currently sitting at 34.41. I would buy it now, and definitely when it breaks the 20 EMA. My take profit would be around previous resistance, which would be around $40. You can wait if you want for a break of that level, which is setting up for a flat top breakout. I'm more conservative, so I would probably be taking profit when it got to 40. And the stop loss, like we said, is the bottom end of that trend line. All right. Getting back into the screen here, as you can see, 40, I would take profit, but you can wait for the break if you want. Now, then the last one I'm going to do is CLF, which is Cleveland Cliff. This one is trading in a channel, a very well-defined channel. It hit here, perfect. Hit here, perfect. Made its high here, perfect. Each time it pulls back to this trend line. This is a beautiful channel. We got the bounce of the bottom trend line here. We broke the 20 EMA, which suggests now we're bullish on the move. This move to me, and I'll share here the specifics if I can get my screen working. It's at 22.56. I would be buying it now. My take profit would be the top end of the channel, which is around $26. My stop loss would be the break of the trend line on the downside. You guys can take a screenshot of this. You can jot it down if you want. And getting back into the screen. As you can see here, the top end of the channel is around $26. Now, we would be approaching previous highs at around 24.77 area. You can also take your profit there because it could see a little bit of weakness before a break to the top of the channel. It's totally up to you where you're going to want to take profit. This one is a lower price stock. So a $2 or $3 move on a $20 stock, percentage wise, is a decent sized move. And these moves tend to be quick with this stock. So those were my 3 picks. I have a bonus pick, and I'm just putting this in there because it just looked like such a great reversal play setting up. We hit right here $50 on the nose, which was the previous breakout. This is LUV, it's Southwest Air, it's an airline. It had a massive sell-off after making previous highs. I like to buy stuff at a discount. I don't want to buy up here. I want to buy the bounce. I want to buy the dip. I want to buy at previous support. So this is a decent play that's shaping up. The reason why I didn't put this in is because it has to prove itself first. We're still under the 20 EMA by a pretty good amount. If we were able to break this, then you have the 50-day right above that. The other stocks are setting up a little bit nicer. So that's why this one didn't make the top 3, but I still like this for a reversal. And the reason why I like it is on the bounce of support, it had follow through. And follow through is important when something bounces. And we saw that. So that's why I like LUV. So we made it through this video pretty fast. Those were the 3 picks. We went over the market. We went over last week's 3 picks. So I hope that you guys really found some value in the video. Hit the thumbs up for me. And like I said before, if you decide to take a trade, you're doing so at your own risk. It's your money. I wouldn't tell you what to do. I'm just showing you some nice setups. So I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I hope you enjoy the coming week. And I will see you guys, those of you that are in our Discord, I'll see you early Monday morning. Everybody, take care.